Guys, I'm home alone and I'm doing dinner for one, so follow along. First, we're going to start with this cool bread hack. I got my frozen Rhodes dough, little olive oil in my baking dish. I'm just going to put those little dough balls in there, cover them in plastic. Now, they have to defrost and rise. And I'm going to tell you what, if you're not doing this bread hack for Christmas, you're crazy. This came out really, really good. So we're going to just set those in a warm place for about 2 hours and let them do their thing. Meanwhile, I'm going to make a little quick bolognese. That's olive oil and onion. Let that cook around for a second and just start to soften. Then I'm going to add in my chunky garlic. A couple squirts. Give that a nice stir. I don't want to burn any of this or brown it. I just want to soften it up, and we're going to go right in with our ground beef. I'm using a ground chuck. It's an 80-20. I'll drain all the fat off when I'm done, but I like the flavor of chuck a little bit more than the sirloin, so I look for it when I can. Sirloin's going to be just fine if that's what you find. So give that a nice stir, break it all up, then we'll season. I got some salt, cracked pepper, plenty of those. We're going to add some dried oregano. I got some crushed red chilies, and I actually got some fresh thyme leaves. Just mix that all up. This already smells really, really good. At this point, I want to add a little wine. I don't have any red wine in the house. I don't drink, so I don't have a lot of liquor sitting around, but I do have this little box of white wine, so I'm going to add a little bit of that, and it's going to be just fine. Let that reduce out for just a second. And we're going to go ahead and add our tomatoes in there. I'm using a crushed tomato today, guys. I think it's going to work really well for this. So I pour that in. Give that a little stir. Just get it all incorporated. Guys, I'm going to let this come to a little bit of a simmer. And at that point, I'm going to throw a lid on it. And I'm just going to forget about it for a little while. I'm waiting on those dough balls to rise. So we got a little time to relax. Now it's been a couple hours and my dough balls are ready. Look at those. Now this is the cool part. Go ahead and punch them down with your fingers like you're making your focaccia. And we're going to dress it up. I'm going to start with some olive oil. Just a nice drizzle right on top. And then guys, I have some shaved garlic. So I'm going to sprinkle those around. Just kind of get evenly across the top there. Those are going to cook up really nice. Add some great flavor to this bread. Then a little bit of sea salt. These things will be really bland if you don't add a little bit of salt on top. Plus that crunchy salt's really good. After that, I've got a blend of herbs. They're dried out, but they were fresh when I chopped them. It's rosemary and thyme, and they're going to be absolutely perfect on this bread. I'm going to finish with this little chunk of Parmesan cheese. Just grate some right on there. I got my oven set to 350 degrees. I'm thinking this is going to take about 20 minutes in there. So we're going to go ahead and set that in. Now it's time to do my pasta. I got these cool trumpets. We're going to cook that off. Let those come to a simmer. When they're ready, I'm going to drain them out. And guys, I'm just going to mix this whole thing together. Put my bolognese right on top of my trumpets. We're going to give that a nice stir. Dinner is almost ready. In fact, I think the bread, I can smell it. Let's pull it out of the oven. The bread is done. Look at that. Absolutely perfect focaccia. Yeah, that's right, guys. Let it cool off for just a second. Go ahead and cut it. And check this out. It's all spongy and soft with a crispy edge, and all the herbs and the oil and the cheese and the garlic just make it taste so good. Guys, it's time to plate. Throw in a bowl full of pasta first. Take as much or as little. Just load it up. I got an Italian sausage I cooked on the side, and I made a nice salad for myself. We'll get that bread on there, guys, and dinner is served. Sometimes I like to take care of myself, guys. You got to do a little bit of this from time to time. Get in there, man. That pasta and that sauce, that's really good. It really hit the spot. As for that bread, man, what a treat. This was just absolutely amazing. Thanks for watching. Cheers, everyone.